Hi, I'm Veronica Yoo, your nutritionist and functional medicine health coach. This week, this course, I'm going to cover stress, fast-storing hormone. It's lecture 2. And today, you're going to learn understanding hormone. You have to understand the cortisol. So what's the cortisol? And while when you think about stress hormone, we kind of think about, okay, the stress hormone is bad, it's like it's bad for your body. But in fact, we need the stress hormone every day. So I'm going to go through the positive effects of cortisol. And then again, when there's like too much stress hormone goes around your body, and I'm going to explain to you how you can gain weight because of the stress hormone. So that's I'm going to cover for today. So let's get started. Understanding cortisol. Basically, cortisol is a steroid hormone, and it's made by the adrenal gland. When you look at the picture on the left side, there is adrenal gland that's sit on the top of the kidney. It's very small, and small little look like a hat, right? So that's where the responding your stress. So adrenal gland produce the cortisol, and let's go through it. So, okay, how this stress response system works. Here's the thing. Human body, our body, we don't know it's a good stress or a bad stress. Everything is just a stress. So even when you get excited, the body thinks that's a stress. So that's how it works. So cortisol production by the adrenal gland is regulated by the pituitary gland in the brain. So brain and your adrenal gland, they communicate through the cortisol, which is a hormone. So I already explained to you, hormone is a communication tool. So let's say I just give a really briefly example of, let's say you're doing exercise. Exercise is good for your body, but still its body thinks it's a stress. It's a good stress. So when you start doing exercise and your pituitary gland and communicate with your adrenal gland, say, hey, release the stress hormone. So what it does, the adrenal gland produce the cortisol. So what the cortisol actually react with this exercise, what it does is increase the heart rate and high blood pressure, and also decrease the digestive system activity, and also its liver converts glycogen to glucose. So glycogen is usually glycogen is a kind of a store in the liver and the muscle tissue. So when you need it, the extra dose of sugar to use as a fuel, they actually convert that again. So what it does, the liver convert the glycogen to glucose, which is a good thing to use as a fuel, and dilation of bronchitis. That's what the cortisol does. So what are the positive effects of a cortisol? It's especially if it's immediate stress is actually positive effects, having stress hormone. So what does it mean the immediate stress is a temporary stress that you deal with it, and then it goes away in short term. It's like uh, yeah, you can explain about, like, I think I explained this one a lot to my students when I went jogging and I saw the black bear. It was huge, massive in front of me. And I went with my friend, but the thing is, like, he was in front of me. So when I saw the bear, I supposed not to run away, but instantly, of course, I started, my heart rate goes up, and then I'm freaking out, and then next thing I know, I would turn around, I was running like nobody's business. That's what I did. So after I ran away, and then I went really far, and then when I look at it, there's no more bears. So you know what? I could relax. That's the immediate stress. And you know what? Why I run so fast? Because I know the bear gonna actually get to my friend before me because he was in front of me. So I ran away. So that's really good thing. They give you extra energy so I can really run fast. So your body responds to stress or danger. That's what are positive effects of a cortisol. And the cortisol level spike to give you energy and strength. So fight or flee. It's a survival mechanism. We have that naturally. And also it increases your body's metabolism of a glucose. You burn it off. And also regulate your blood pressure and blood sugar level and insulin level as well. And it suppresses the onset of acute inflammation. These are the really positive effect of a cortisol. But when you have like a short-term stress, it's good. It's good to respond. But the problem these days that people have, that's excess cortisol and weight gain. The long-term stress is prolonged. You get stress. Stress comes from all different type. Like it can be emotional stress. It can be physical stress. Also, it can be mental stress. It comes all different forms. So let's say like chronic stress that your adrenal glands release high amount of cortisol consistently, like all the time. You don't have like you get the stress, you actually body release the stress, and then after that it goes away. That's fine. But then if you continue your body adrenal gland release the cortisol, then it become your body is like too much stress hormone goes around. Then it's like I give you the example of those stress like injury, surgery, finance, divorce, death, hunger, cold, pain, inflammation, sleep, exercise, argument, work, too much work. That's all the stress. So I give you the map, this one. This is you're gonna understand better. Let's say this guy is getting stressed with the financially, the money stress is a big thing. And it's keep on consistently if your adrenal gland release that stress hormone. And what happened? I told you stress hormone also regulates glucose. So it increased the sugar, increased the glucose level. Once you increase the glucose level, we learn about insulin, right? So right away in your pancreas gonna release the insulin because insulin has to regulate your blood sugar level. So it's increase the insulin. So remember this one. Even though you are eating good, you avoid the sugar if you cannot manage your stress hormone, which is you keep on pumping stress hormone in your body. Without eating sugar, your body can increase glucose level. So once you increase the glucose level, it's going to increase the insulin. Once you keep on increase the insulin, I told you insulin is a fat storing hormone. It's an anabolic hormone. It actually make you gain weight. So it store the fat. So the excess of those glucose, what insulin does, a little bit deposit in the liver for the glycogen, convert as a glycogen, and then the leftover gonna actually store as a fat. That's how you gain weight. And another thing I told you about insulin resistance is too much insulin going around your body, your receptor become resistant. So then what happened? Those cells are not receiving the glucose sugar. So what happened? Like you become like insulin resistance, and then you craving for more sugar, you craving for more food. So it's just a vicious cycle. It goes around. So insulin resistance also increase your glucose because while cells are not receiving the sugar, so you're going to get the more sugar going around in your blood. So what happened? End up the insulin resistance, you become like a metabolic syndrome. That's leading to type 2 diabetes. And also another thing you can see this one, protein catabolism. You know what? When you have excess of cortisol in your body, is what stress hormone does. It's like they need more glucose, they need more sugar, they need the fuel so you can have more strength and energy, right? So what it does, the first thing they attack is your muscle, your protein in your body. So especially like where is the biggest your muscle protein? It's your glute, your hip, and your leg. So when too much excess of stress hormone end up, you know what, they start chewing your protein, the muscle. That's because of catabolism. So when you look at those people have like high cortisol stress dominant body, when you look at it, they have like skinny legs, they have almost no hip, and they end up they would also have like a small arms, and then everything is like a upper body in the midsection. They gain fat there. Yeah. So they actually change even their physiology down the road, when you have access of a stress hormone and if you don't manage it. So how does the excess of cortisol affect your health? First, sleep disruption. I don't know if you experienced this one. I experienced this in the past, and I know that now exactly. I have my secret sauce. I have a recipe, so I know exactly before go to bed what to do, and then in the morning what to do. I'm gonna actually discuss it with you after this course, right? Followed by the lecture. This is about, of course, you want solution, so I'm gonna give you the solution. The first, have you experienced that, you know, stress hormone, we need the stress hormone every day because you need to have energy and strength. The thing is, usually, this is what we call circadian rhythm. So in the morning when you wake up, you're supposed to have a high level of stress hormone. So that's why it gives you energy, you feel alert, you can actually go through your day. And then as you go afternoon and evening, stress hormone reduced naturally. So the end of the night, you can go to bed and you can sleep well. So the end of the night, evening time, you be a little bit tired and then you go to bed, and if you can sleep well, that's actually very good circadian rhythm you're going through. So that's a healthy. But the people have like access of cortisol all the time. What's happened? Usually they kind of reverse it because if you experience afternoon around like a 3 to 5 p.m., you feel really sluggish and you're tired, or some people really have to have a nap. If you feel like that, and then after that you had your dinner, and then early evening you're picking up the energy, you feel better, your body start to producing more stress hormones, so you feel you have more energy, and then by then you need to go to bed after 10 p.m. You feel a little tired, but you feel wired, so you cannot even sleep, so you kind of turning, and you kind of thinking a lot of stuff, and you look at the time like every hours, you try to solve the problem at night, you close your eyes. That's not good. Yeah. And then by then, in the morning, like you're supposed to wake up, then you feel tired, and then you can sleep. That's not good. You're supposed to in the morning have a lot of cortisol level is high, so you're supposed to wake up and have energy, but when your morning and night is reversed, you have to fix that eventually. So it can disturb your sleep pattern, and also decrease the growth hormone production. That's not good. That means also the catabolism, break down your muscle tissue as well. So if you have access of a cortisol, you may gonna have more like losing your lean muscle mass, and then you can increase your body fat. And also it causes, also it decreases the metabolism, and also it causes a hypoglycemia symptom, and also it decreases the serotonin, and also increase the insulin. We went through that already because it increases your glucose metabolism. So what happened? You increase your blood sugar level, so automatically it's going to increase actually insulin level as well. And also leads catabolism, I already explained to you, and then increase the appetite because you become insulin resistant if you have prolonged long time your stress hormone. Then what happened? Your cells are not receiving glucose, and then your body's keep on producing glucose. So end up you're gonna feel always hungry. So it increases your appetite as well. So those are the access of cortisol affects your health. So this is the next one you're gonna learn. Followed by that, right now we did it, lecture to cortisol. You're gonna learn the symptoms of imbalance, the cortisol. What are the symptoms if is it too high or too low? The both anyway, you can actually gain weight. So that we're gonna go through it, and then how to maintain healthy cortisol level with the nutrition and lifestyle, and what to do and what not to do. Okay, so I have to I wrote something wrong here. Okay, what to do, what not to do. That's what we're gonna go through. So, okay, I hope you understand about cortisol today, and I will see you for the next course.